There's a lot of algae lately, I guess, in the San Francisco Bay. Democrats there have been blaming climate change, of course. As always.
I know.
Oh, it's climate change. Yeah, there's another climate change situation.
What are you going to do?
It's climate change. Yeah, that's climate change. After an unprecedented harmful algae bloom first turned San Francisco Bay into a murky brown color. Ooh.
Yeah, it's killing
We know from the Gulf of Mexico that's not pleasant.
No, with the red tide is nasty.
Yeah, not good.
Ugh.
And then filtered its shores with dead fish.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people assumed it was just another climate disaster to add to the list.
Of course.
Along with extreme drought, wildfires, and heat waves.
Everything.
That's
And
how
extreme
they-
cold, too, don't forget.
Keep in mind, this is from the San Francisco Chronicle.
Uh-huh.
And they're even admitting, though, while scientists originally suspected climate change played a role, they always do.
Yeah, of course.
What fueled it is not a mystery. Algae blooms need food to grow, and this one had plenty. Nutrients. Oh, good. Originating in wastewater.
Yep.
Oh.
That the region's 37 sewage plants pump into the bay. Oh, my gosh.
I thought California
Ick.
loved the environment.
That's what I thought.
Mm.
In other words, we wouldn't have a problem with the poop and pee of the Bay Area's 8 million residents if they weren't pumping poop and pee into the bay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because
So they got it on their sidewalks, in their streets.
Oh, yeah, there's no, it's overflow.
It's in the bay.
yeah, the filtration system of the
Oh,
water
my
pumps
gosh.
can't handle it all, so they get rid of it, and then they try to bring it back through again, and it's just too much. It's amazing.
It's
And, I mean,
horrific.
and you think of
Wow.
I don't know if you've actually been to the Gulf of Mexico during, red tide season and smelled the fish on the beaches and stuff, but that has got to
lovely.
smell
Oh.
nasty.
Oh, yeah. That's got to be bad. And, of course, they want to blame climate change, which has nothing to do with it. Also, we got to worry about this. Antarctica's melting Doomsday Glacier could raise sea levels by 10 feet.
My gosh,
Oh, no.
the country's going to be underwater.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's kind of good for
Well,
like
Houston
me, but
will
not
be.
us.
Miami.
I mean,
Yeah,
Houston.
Tampa,
Yeah.
gone.
Mhm. One of Antarctica's most important glaciers
Okay.
is holding on by its fingernails as if a glacier has fingernails.
I love this. They try to personify everything, make us care.
As warming temperatures around the globe threaten to cause further deterioration, which could then destabilize the glaciers in the entire region. The Doomsday Glacier is actually named the Thwaites Glacier. It's located in the Amundsen Sea in western Antarctica.
Okay.
It's among the fastest changing glaciers in the region. Along with Pine Island, also located in the Amundsen Sea. The two structures are responsible for the largest contribution of sea level rise out of Antarctica. Again, is this not ice that's already in the water? Why are we worried about ice already in the water?
I believe that science project
Yes,
was
we-
right here on this
We
broadcast.
showed you what happens when the ice melts in the water. It doesn't overflow. It doesn't flood Houston or
It
Miami.
takes up the water and the ice take up the same amount of space.
Now,
Plus-
if you're talking about runoff from the land, that's a different situation.
Plus, we don't know if the Earth will do what the Earth usually does. I mean, if the
Right,
Earth
'cause that's
doesn't
confusing.
do,
A lot of times it'll just say, you know what, I'm not going to do it like that this time.
we're underwater.
And a big thanks to Pathead Randy Mott for sending us this graph from the EPA website. This kind of puts into context how hot it's been in recent years. Well, the hottest it's ever been in the world history. In the history of the world, we're at the peak of hotness right now,
Oh,
or not. Let's look at the chart. Do we have the? Yes, we do. There
look
it
at
is.
that.
Okay. You might see that gigantic spike. It goes way up there.
Is that 2022?
It's the 1930s.
Oh.
It's the 1930s.
Oh, that's the Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So this is some weird math formula that's way over my head the EPA does. This is on a government website
Yeah.
under a Democratic administration showing us how much hotter it was for the entire decade of the 30s. Look at that compared
Okay.
to today.
So then it went down in the 40s, went back up in the 50s, went down in the 60s and 70s. Were pretty cool. Went up a little bit in the 80s.
Yep.
to about 89-ish, 88, 89, pretty big spike. Hotter than now, by the way. Hotter than now.
Well, we're on the uptick now, right?
Of course, this goes up to 2000.
Yeah, I think it goes to 2021, actually, because it just goes back. So even if 2022, just basing it on our knowledge of Dallas summers, 1980 was our hottest. Right? And now is our fourth hottest. So let's just say it's as high as 1980, the spike you see for that.
Right.
Nowhere near where we were in the 1930s.
Nowhere near.
Stop.
You know what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to go back and adjust some of those 1930s temperatures.
Yes.
Oh, I'd like to see this chart in a couple of years.
That chart is not
That's what they're going to do.
adjusted for inflation.
Right.
So.
Right. That's what they'll do. And that's what they've been doing.
Absolutely.
Is adjusting the temperatures in the 30s to make it look like they weren't as hot as now. So they obviously haven't wiped out the entire decade yet because that spike is incredible. I don't know how you find that on an EPA website when they're pushing the global warming nonsense so hard. Wow. That's amazing that that chart exists.
It's almost as if they know that they're lying.
It's almost like that.
Not my government. Come on, man.
Okay, never mind.
Thank you.